Alrighty, good morning everyone. Today is Monday, November 24th. There is no news today. I'll just show you guys what I'm looking at right now, what price is doing. It's currently 9:28 and I'm looking for a trade today. We're currently sitting in this 4-hour fair value gap. We are respecting it. So if price just goes down immediately, it's a very high possibility it could happen if we go higher and disrespect this 4-hour. We already sweep London and Asia highs in the pre-market. Market is about to open. See if anything's in the 5-minute. So we already have this fair value gap right here. This could be a very quick trade. Price sweeps liquidity. If we can inverse this on the 5-minute, I can see an amazing setup already. I will actually take this trade right now. We didn't close below it. Okay, that's fine. So market just opens. It is possible that we could make a run to these highs and go lower, but there's a bunch of low resistance liquidity that leads up to this liquidity sweep up here, which I do want to see get taken out. There's a lot of things that can happen right now. We can take out this intermediate low right here and go higher and even test back down after that, but I already like what we see. If we can inverse below this 5-minute, I will enter this trade. We have pretty much all this liquidity down here just resting that I want to see get taken out before we continue higher. For those of you who don't really know what this is, I have the mini S&P 500 on my other monitor, so if I say something about ES, I'm looking at that. I'm not just talking out of my ass. Don't hate that. So the most important part about these days is stay patient because, price could just run to the top and that's completely fine. So I'm not just going to sit here and, take a trade if I don't have it set up. I'm not going to stay married to this bearish bias, obviously. But if our draw on liquidity is higher, we'll see. We'll see some sort of pullback back down, which leads to a instant rejection upwards. There's just no news today. I really can't see this coming all the way back down. It's probably going to go a lot higher. So now let's see if we respect this 5-minute. So we're going to see one or two things here. We're either going to see price continue a little bit down, respect this gap, or completely inverse this first 5-minute gap that we have marked out and go lower like we had originally planned. Okay, so we have so if this does inverse this 1-minute gap, going to enter here targeting this high for a nice 1-to-1 trade. If it does not, this will respect this gap and go lower. Any sort of test out of this 1 minute, I do see it invalidating the trade completely. You see SMT at these lows. Yes, I do have a decent size stop loss here. I'm comfortable with that. I don't want to see price completely come out and close below, because once we close below, that completely invalidates my trade. I'm currently watching ES on my second monitor, which is why I keep looking over here. I'm going to actually take partials here. I like it a lot how we're respecting this gap. We are consolidating within this gap. If we do go below, I really don't see us even taking out these highs for the day. Beautiful. If it takes my profit, nice. I'm gonna go break even here. I don't think ES will take out that high before. I think Q does. $1,000 on the day. Basically, just to sum up what I saw today. So, obviously, I was bearish coming into the day. We're respecting this gap, respecting this 4 hour, and I'm expecting the price obviously to continue lower. That is the bigger time frame bias that I'm looking at. But when I come into the 15-minute, this was a good short right here. I was looking for shorts. There was a sweep of the highs, sweep of liquidity, and we're respecting the 4 hour gap. Boom, I was looking to go lower. But it doesn't go lower. Price doesn't go lower. I can't always stick to my bias and stay married to my bias because the market's always going to do what it wants. So we come into the 5-minute and price sweeps. There's no real inverse of this 5-minute gap. So as I was about to take the trade in the beginning, doesn't inverse. That's why you always wait for the candle closure. And we get this big candle. What happens here? We're respecting this gap. If we're respecting this gap, price wants to sit in here, retrace, and move higher. We could probably be targeting the top of this 4 hour gap today. But that's not any of my concern right now. We want to do our small trades, get in and get out. And yes, I did a little bit higher trade today. I usually go 1-to-1 RR for a 30 to 40 point. But I did like this liquidity. It was a pretty strong draw on liquidity this high here. Because as we went down, we created all of this low resistance liquidity, which needs to be swept out in order for price to move higher. I'm going to show you the guys exact entry model that we take. Once price disrespects this gap, it's proving that the market wants to go higher by inversing this fair value gap. So off this candle, I enter. I always wait for the candle to close because candle can wick above the fair value gap and the body stay inside, which means it's still respecting it. And it's important to stay emotionless because as you saw, I was down over $1,000 at one point, but I was confident in my trade. I liked my setup, and I didn't want to see price disrespect this gap because then that would obviously show us the price wants to go lower. If price tested out of this 5-minute gap and disrespects us to the downside, we would have taken out all of this low resistance liquidity, which I then would have went short. You have to learn how to become adaptable into these markets. With a $1,000 profit on the day, we will hop off the charts, wait till tomorrow. Could there be another setup? Yes. But did we beat the markets today? Yes. Why would I sit on the markets even longer? So in 30 minutes, we made $1,000, and now we're blessed to go live the rest of our day. So that's exactly what I'm going to go do. I hope you guys all have a good day. If you have any questions about the recap, you know what to do. I'll be back at it again with another live trade tomorrow. Till then, trade safe, follow the channel, go watch our video from last night, and I hope every one of you has an amazing day. I'll see you guys.